Hello, boys and girls. Today we're looking at dividing big numbers with or without remainders. Today in class we talked about a remainder being something that is left over. We also reviewed that dividing means taking a large quantity of something and splitting it up evenly into groups. So here's our sample problem. 3,625 divided by 4. What does this mean? If I were to break it apart in my head and picture what is happening, 3,625 is going to be split into 4 equal groups. So in my mind, I picture me and 3 of my friends. There's 4 of us. And we're going to take this number and we're going to split it evenly so we all get the same amount. Now, sometimes when we do that, we'll all get a certain amount and there will be a few left over. Okay, let's say we're splitting jelly beans. There might be a few jelly beans left in the bag, but not enough for each of us to get a whole jelly bean. Okay, so let's see what happens. I want you to see that I wrote it horizontally and traditional algorithm, which is the one that looks like the little house, okay? They mean the same thing. This is our dividend. It's the number that is going to be split apart. It's usually the bigger number. This is your divisor. This is the number of equal groups you're going to split the number into. Our answer will be the quotient right here. And also up here. So really, we have dividend, divisor, quotient. Okay? So we're going to use the area model like we did for multiplication to help us break apart and solve this ginormous number. Okay? So we're going to take the number 3,625 and we drew our rectangle. When I look at this number, it has 4 digits, the 3,600s, the 20, and the 5. Thousands, hundreds, tens, ones. There's 4 digits. So I created 4 rectangles, 4 spaces. Doesn't mean I'll need them all. I might even need more, but that's a perfect place to start. 3,625 is going to go in the top of the first box. Okay, divided by 4. Our divisor, the number of equal groups, is going to go on the outside of the box right here. The way we're going to look at this is we are going to be taking out groups of 4 out of this number until we get to 0 or a remainder. Okay? So, like the video said, we're going to look at some friendly numbers. A lot of times we look at 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200, 300, and so forth, okay? So I'm going to think of 4 times what number is going to get me close to this. Now this is huge, so instead of looking at the whole thing, I'm going to look at the first digit, which is in the thousands. 3,000. Okay, well, that's okay. That's fine and dandy, except that if I count by 4s, I'm never going to land on 3. So I'm going to look at the next digit, which is 6. So 36. If I count by 4s, I can get pretty close to 36. So 4 times 10 is 40. That's too high, okay? So even 10, 4 times 10 isn't going to work. Looking at your multiplication chart that we created on Monday. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the 4, and I'm going to go across until I find the number that is closest to 36 or exactly 36, and I see it right there. So then I'm going to go up my chart and see that 4 times 9 is exactly 36. So I'm going to put that right here. 4 times 9 is 36. Now, we have to remember, this isn't 36. This is 3,625. 625. So, if 4 times 9 is 36, 4 times 90 is going to be 360, because we learned this when we did the multiplication. When you multiply a multiple of 10, all you have to do is place that 0 at the back of your answer. However many zeros that you multiply will be how many zeros you add to your answer. Okay, that's getting closer. That's 360, but again, this is thousands. So what if we do 900? 4 times 900 has 2 zeros, so we're going to place 2 zeros back here. It's a lot closer, isn't it? 3,600. Okay? Now, since we're taking out these equal groups, let's subtract. Subtract. Take away. Take out. So 5 minus 0 is still 5. 2 minus 0 is still 2. 6, take away 6 is nothing. 3 minus 3 is nothing. So that's easy. We're left with 25. That's pretty easy. Okay, this 25 is going to go to the top of the next box so that we have room to work. Okay. Now we're going to look at 4 times something is close to 25 without going over. Again, you should know your multiplication facts, but if you're still learning, use your chart, find the 4th row or 4th column, and move across until you see, oh, I see 24, and then I see 28. 28's too far. It's going to have to be 24. So I'm going to move up and see that it's 4 times 6. So 4 times 6 is 24. Okay? Now, what is 25? Take away 24. 1. We have 1 left. Okay, this goes to the top of the next column, so we have room to work. However, I can see right here, if I'm splitting this number with 4 people and I only have 1 left, do I have enough for each of us to get a whole piece? I don't. So this is what we would call a remainder. It's left over, okay? So this is going to be remainder 1. That means like there's 1 left in the bag, okay? Now, how do we get our quotient? We've done all this math, but which numbers are my answer? Okay, well, let's look at the groups of 4 that we took out. We took out the 900 and we took out the 6. So we took out 900 plus 6 groups of 4. How much is that? 906. 906 with a remainder of 1. That means, boys and girls, if I had a bag of 3,625 jelly beans and I split it evenly with myself and 3 friends, so 4 people, each of us would get 906 jelly beans and there would be 1 left over in the bag. That's what that means. This is how you use the area model to do division. Please feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to or alongside your work so that you can see step by step until it becomes memory. It takes practice. Don't beat yourself up. Keep trying, and you guys will be masters at no time.